Hey guys, welcome back. It's Frank from Cruising with Wheels. I'm here to tell you another crazy tale from my Tales from the High Seas. Now, this takes place in 2015 aboard the NCL Gem, and I call it the Crazy Seat Hoppers. Maybe you've seen them. Well, let me tell you what happened one night. Now, Kevin and I, after dinner, decided to go to the theater to see one of the shows. They've really got awesome shows on the NCL Gem ships, and we always get there early because we have to find a parking space for me and my wheelchair. So we find a spot, and he wheels me in, and I'm, as usual, against the side wall, and my knees are pretty much touching the back of the first row of seats. You know, we're on the upper level, and looking down, it's stadium seating. And Kevin gets a folding chair, usually, and he puts it right beside me. So it's him, my wheelchair, and the wall is right here, like my elbow's right against it, and my knees are against the back of the seats. Now, everybody's rolling in, you know, and even after the show has started, I hate the people that come in late. It drives me insane. Because, you know, the lights are down, the show has started, and these people are still walking in, you know, and they're craning to see where they can sit, and they're going down, and I'm thinking, oh, Lord, please do not fall down the stairs and, you know, break your neck, break a hip, or whatever. And so I see them get down, and they're looking, and they're like, oh yeah, let's sit here, let's sit here. And then it becomes the, excuse me, as everybody who's already seated, who's already been there on time before the show started, has to get up kind of out of their chair so that their feet don't get trampled on. And they're up like this, and people are, excuse me, as they're kind of scooching by them to get to where they want to sit. And then everyone else in the row is kind of like, got to sit back down and get situated, well, you know, while they're trying to watch the show that has already begun. I mean, that's why I think it's so rude, you know. So all that goes on. Now, there was a young couple, I'd say in their mid-20s, you know, and that's what they did. They came in, the show had already started, you know, they interrupted everybody who was already sitting, scooched their way in, and kind of sat in the middle of the row. They were probably about 3 or 4 rows down from where we were, so not too far. So now we're watching the show. Now the shows are only around 45 minutes, 50 minutes, that's about it. And you can always tell when it's kind of winding up, you know, there's always a big finale at the end. And I'm looking, and I see the couple stand up, and I'm thinking, well, where are they going? Show's not over yet. But, you know, sometimes people like to head out before the show ends to beat the crowd, you know. Because once the show is done, the lights come up, everyone is making a mad dash to get out, like, you know, somebody has lit their ass on fire, and if they don't get out, they're going to die. You know, I mean, Kevin and I just sit there. I mean, where are we going? You know, I'm in a wheelchair, and, you know, we're like, let's wait till these idiots are out of here before we try to make it through the massive crowd of people. I don't know where they think they're going. Besides, we're going to have to get on an elevator. And I want to make sure that all these people are gone before I start moving out. You know, we're on vacation. I'm not rushing for anything. So I'm looking kind of at the corner of my eye, you know, because the wall is there. There's the side wall, and then there's another wall that goes this way. Okay? And I'm kind of at the corner, and I look, and they're getting up, and I see the two of them, and they're jumping over the seats, coming up our way. And because they don't, apparently, all of a sudden they have manners now. They don't want to bother the people in their row that are already sitting there watching the show. You know, don't interrupt them. It's the big finale. But I see them hopping over the tops of the seats of the 3 or 4 rows, and they get to the wall, and I'm like, well, where are they going? So I kind of peek around the corner, because I'm right there, and I see them walking towards us. And I'm like, well, where do they think they're going? Because I'm right here. I'm like the biggest blockade. My knees are up against the seat. I'm against the wall. There's nowhere for me to go. I don't know where he thinks he's going. So he gets to the corner with the girlfriend, and he looks at me, and he's lifting his leg like he's going to pole vault over me, I guess. And I put my hand up, and I go, dude, are you kidding me? Seriously, you're kidding, right? Where do you think I'm going? Where do you think you're going? And he kind of was like he was shocked. And I was like, you're not climbing over me. I mean, literally, he would be like giving me a lap dance. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking, lifting his leg, jumping over me. And I mean, I don't know what was in his mind. And I stopped him. I put him stopped him dead in his tracks. And he stood there, and he was like half shocked, half thankfully embarrassed. And he turned quickly and looked at the girlfriend, and they kind of scooched back where they came from and stood against the wall, and for the remaining 5-10 minutes, and watched the show. And then it ended. And then when the people in that row in front of them left, they hopped back over and followed them out. And I gave him the stare down, as he passed us, going, unbelievable. Let's jump over the crippled guy in the wheelchair. Yeah, that's a lot better. Let's do that. And cause more injury, because we don't want to interrupt the people that can actually walk, that are sitting in their chairs. I guess we've disrupted them enough at the beginning of the show. Let's go piss off somebody else. So I gave him the stare down, and Kevin, did the same, and we were kind of like shaking our heads like, oh my God, what is wrong with you people? What do you think? What's in your head? So watch out for those seat hoppers. You may see them on your cruise, and if you do, you just stop them dead in their tracks, and you tell them, no way are you gonna hop over this guy. So, on behalf of Kevin and myself from Cruising with Wheels, this was another Tales from the High Seas. Remember, travel safe and cruise often. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.